Dr. Evans, thank you for joining us. So, just to be clear, PFAS exposure isn't simply a matter of contaminated drinking water, is it?
That's correct. The ATSDR identifies multiple exposure pathways, including food, consumer products, the indoor environment, and occupational settings. Drinking water is a critical piece of the puzzle, but its early visibility has somewhat skewed the public perception that this is solely a water quality issue.
So, by focusing so heavily on drinking water, are there other significant sources that tend to be overlooked?
Absolutely. A prime example is fish. They're more complex to assess because of bioaccumulation up the food chain. A USGS study found significantly higher PFAS levels in wild freshwater fish compared to commercial ones. This makes fish a key indicator, but they're often pushed to the background because regulating them isn't as straightforward as updating a water treatment facility.
Then should we view the PFAS contamination that's come to light recently not as the whole picture, but the most visible tip of the iceberg, so to speak?
That's a very accurate way to put it. Monitoring and regulation don't reveal the full scope of a risk all at once. They tend to start with areas that are easier to measure and manage, in this case, drinking water. Meanwhile, areas like food, fish, unmonitored PFAS types, and mixed exposures remain largely in the dark.
So, at this stage, what is the single most important conclusion our listeners should take away from this?
The key takeaway is that PFAS is not a new contamination. It's a long-standing problem that has become visible through new monitoring and standards. But this visibility is uneven. We must distinguish between the emergence of a problem and the visualization of it. What we're seeing now is simply the part that our systems could grasp first.